Hey, it's Norbert here, and I'm just finishing up the PowerPoint presentation for our upcoming webinar, the 6-step blueprint to creating and selling your first online offer in 60 days from scratch. And as I'm working on the presentation, I'm thinking about all the, how much people struggle to actually sell and generate revenue online. I've been thinking about some of the reasons why people struggle and, what it is that holds people back. And, those are the conversations that me, Jonathan, and Deanna have had for quite some time. And one of the reasons why we put together the Futuristic Academy and the Millennial Prosperity Path, which I'll share with you guys in just a minute. But, when I think about that question, why do people struggle to generate revenue online? It really comes down, I think, to two things. For me. And number one, I would say, is mindset. And I'll explain that to you in a minute. And number two is what I think is really establishing a foundation for your online business. And that really relates to mindset as well. And I'll connect those two dots in a second here for you. And I believe people just don't put the time and energy into establishing a foundation. And that's really why so many people struggle. So let's talk about this mindset thing first of all. When I'm thinking about mindset, what it really comes down to for me, what I see with entrepreneurs online, is there's two different perspectives. The first one is, and you can see where you kind of fit in. The first one is the opportunity seeker. Okay? And this type of individual, and a lot of us fall into this category, some of us more than others, and most of us start out here. No matter what, we start out here. We start out as opportunity seekers, and we get into this online space. We want to create a business online, and we get involved in this from one of many different ways. But we start out as students, and there's a lot to learn. There's a lot of new information. There's a lot of new knowledge, a lot of new skills that we need to develop. And so we start out in this student mode where we're just consuming information. We're consuming lessons. We're opting into different marketers, sales funnels. We're attending lots of webinars. We're purchasing a lot of courses and ebooks and training products and all that kind of stuff. And we're just consuming information. And, you get to a point where, many of you can relate to this. You get to a point where you have information overload and you feel overwhelmed with how much information there is, and you don't know where to start, okay, or what to do next. I get that comment a lot from the people that I've trained over the years. It's this confusion of what do I do next? How do I really put this together? How do I put all these pieces of the puzzle together? Because we're thrown so much information, and it's really hard to create a strategic plan and really be able to move forward. And then what happens to a lot of people is they bounce around from a lot of different ideas and marketing strategies and opportunities as well. So, if you're subscribed to a lot of different marketers and gurus out there, if you're subscribed to their lists, routinely you're going to get dozens of emails in your inbox, and there's different webinars and different product launches, so many things that are available out there. And the problem with that is most of them are unrelated. And so, one person's doing this, another marketer's teaching you this, then you attend a webinar and they're teaching you something different. And so you get spread really thin, but you don't have a very strategic plan. And see, the opportunity seeker always thinks that they need more. The opportunity seeker thinks that they need to learn more, they need to acquire more, they need to purchase more, that they never have enough. They never have enough knowledge, they never have enough skills. They're always feeling not good enough. And so they're constantly seeking more information. What this does is this keeps us busy. So it makes us feel like we're being productive. It makes us feel like we're doing work. Because we can justify and rationalize to ourselves that, well, we just need to learn this new skill. Well, I just need to learn how to do Facebook marketing, and then it'll be okay. Well, I just need to learn how to create an opt-in offer, and then I'll be okay, and so on and so forth. And so we keep busy, we keep purchasing more products, we keep consuming more information, but we never really create any results. Okay, and this is the problem with staying in this mindset. Now, like I said, all of us start here because we need to learn new skills and new knowledge. But at some point in your process, and hopefully it's sooner than later, and I would encourage it for, I would encourage for this to happen for you now. And that's one of the reasons why I'm holding this webinar, is because I want to give you guys a strategic plan, something that you can really take action on. At some point, you've got to decide, you know what? I know enough. I know enough. I'm just dangerous enough. I know enough to be able to create some results in my business. And your goal should really be to just create some results, any small successes that you can then build upon, okay? So be careful not to get trapped in this opportunity seeker mentality where you're constantly seeking and searching and grasping for more, or for something new, or for some new solution that's going to solve all your problems. Okay, because it doesn't exist, and this is a dangerous path to be on. You're going to spend a lot of money, you're going to spin your wheels, you're going to waste a lot of time and energy. What we want to do is we want to shift over into the mindset of an entrepreneur. Okay, and an entrepreneur is very different than an opportunity seeker, and we want to make this switch as soon as possible in our approach to our business. An entrepreneur is a creator. He's got his own ideas. He takes ideas and he puts them together and he executes on them. Okay? An entrepreneur has a very clear game plan. He's got a strategy. He knows what he wants, he knows how to achieve it, and he moves forward and executes and creates results. Okay? You can't throw an entrepreneur off his path, because he knows what he's doing. He knows what his goal is. He knows where he needs to get to, okay, from point A to point B. And it's hard to throw him off the path. The opportunity seeker, very easy to get distracted, very easy to get thrown off your path, very easy to get sidetracked, okay? We want to be careful not to stay too long in that mindset. We want to shift over to the entrepreneur, okay? But there's 3 very important things that you need to clarify for yourself in order to make this shift over to entrepreneur. And this is really what the focus of the Futuristic Academy is. The more I think about it, really all the training that we're putting out in the Academy is to help people shift into this mindset of the entrepreneur and approach their business from this mindset. And what this really means for me is building a solid foundation. This really, if you have a look at the prosperity path, Jonathan, Deanna, and myself put this together as an infographic, as a guide to really help entrepreneurs isolate the 6 most important elements of building any business on the internet. And the first 2 is where we've spent a lot of time on right now. And the first 2, I believe, are the most important, because the first 2 are the foundation. So the first one is about cultivating your big idea and clarifying who you are, who you serve, clarifying your core values, your unique value especially, I'll talk a little bit more about that, and your vision and mission for yourself and for your business, so that you're building a business that's truly in line with your values and your purpose. And then beyond that, you start moving into defining your niche. Who, what, and why of your business. Who are you going to serve, and how are you going to serve them? And most people never get clear on this part of the business, which is the most important part of any business, is, what value are you bringing to the marketplace? Who are you serving, and how are you going to serve them? And so there's a lot of people struggling in this industry, and unfortunately, they just haven't done the work. They haven't built the foundation. And then beyond that, it's about designing your thriving business and creating a strategic plan. So if I look at the foundation, I really look at 3 core elements. Number 1 is about knowing yourself. And that's that first stage of our prosperity plan. And this, to me, the big thing here is owning your own value. Owning your value. This concept here is what I feel holds most people back from creating success in their business. See, a lot of us have a lot of great ideas. We've got great work ethic. We have we've got the knowledge, we've got the skills, we know what we need to do, and yet we don't do what it is that we know we need to do. And so what is it? What is that cause of procrastination? And I believe it's a lot of self-doubt. And I hear this from so many students that I've coached and trained over the years. There's this, deep-seated subconscious self-doubt and lack of self-worth that really holds most people back. I truly believe that the difference between the people that have success online in their own business and the people that struggle is this right here. The people who have success, they own their value. They know their value, they own their value, and they have confidence to bring their value into the marketplace. The people that I see struggle, it's not for a lack of knowledge, it's not for a lack of skills. They know what they need to do. There's a fear and a self-doubt that holds them back from doing the things that they know they need to do to create your results. So this is number one, is learning how to own your value, is owning the successes that you bring to the table, the knowledge, the skills, your inherent talents that are natural to you. Most of us we undervalue ourselves. We undervalue our knowledge, our skills, our experiences. We don't bring all of that into our businesses. So this is the first step. Then beyond that, step number two is, of course, you need to know your market. The biggest problem that I see most online entrepreneurs and marketers make is that they're trying to please everyone. They're trying to serve everyone, and it doesn't matter what niche you're in or what product or service you're selling. You need to get specific on who it is you're going to serve. If you want your marketing to be successful, if you want your marketing to convert, if you want to actually be able to sell to people, you need to have a very clear, distinct message for a small group of people so that those people feel like you're really speaking and connecting with them, specifically to their specific circumstances, their specific problems, their specific pain, and you're giving them a very specific solution. Now, the most important word there is specific. If you're too general, you're not going to serve anybody because nobody's going to really resonate with it. And this is one of the secrets of successful marketing, is understanding how to get very specific and clear with your message. So you got to do some work in understanding your target market and making some clear decisions as to who you're serving and how you're going to serve them. And unfortunately, most people don't put a lot of time into that. And then after that, the next most important part of creating a proper foundation for your business is having a plan, having a clear strategic game plan, creating a business plan. And again, most online entrepreneurs, they just haphazardly start doing things. They start creating content, creating videos, putting up a blog, writing articles, adding fans on social media, but they don't have a strategy. They have no monetization strategy. They don't actually know who they're serving and how they're going to serve them, right? They don't have a monetization strategy. They haven't planned out their product offerings and how they're going to bring value into the marketplace, all right? Without this proper foundation, you can't really shift into operating your business as a true entrepreneur. And this is one of the main focuses that we have inside of the Futuristic Academy, is to really help you establish and build on a proper foundation. Now, one of the things that I'm going to be sharing with you guys on the webinar is a very clear, strategic, step-by-step plan to take you from where you are right now. And I'm assuming most of you are going to be starting from scratch. Some of you, maybe you've already got some products. Maybe you've already built a presence online. Maybe you've already made some, thousands of dollars in sales, but you want to take that to the next level. You want to create some consistent income in your business. Well, we're going to be sharing with you a very strategic step-by-step plan in creating offers and making sales, increasing revenue and profits in your business, which really is the most important thing in your business. Building an audience is important, but if you don't have a strategy to monetize that audience, well, you've just got a hobby. Okay, I see so many bloggers unfortunately do that. They spend months and years creating content, building up an audience, and then they never make any money because they don't have a monetization strategy. Don't make that mistake, because you're going to waste a lot of time and a lot of energy, okay? You've got to have a plan right from the beginning. There's no point wasting time building an audience if you don't know what you're building that audience for. What's the purpose? How are you going to serve that audience? You should have a plan for that before you start creating any content, all right? So I hope this helps you out a little bit to understand what you really need to focus on. And if you know that, if you're looking at this and you're saying, wow, I really haven't taken the time to isolate my purpose and my values. I haven't taken the time to really get clear on, my specific market, my specific niche. And geez, I really don't have a plan for my business, how I'm going to monetize it, how I'm going to hit my income goals, how many, what are the products I'm going to be creating, how am I going to bring more value to my tribe. If you haven't done these things, then definitely make sure you get on our webinar this coming Thursday. Join us on that webinar. I'm going to be giving you guys a very clear strategic game plan, be showing you exactly what you should be focusing your time and energy on, and the things that maybe you shouldn't be focusing so much time and energy on right now until you start to actually create some revenue and profits in your business. All right. So I hope this was a little bit helpful for you guys, and I will see you on the upcoming training.